There's a feeling that's hard to explain to people who didn't live through it. It's Tuesday night, sometime around 2006. You rush home from school or work, you grab dinner, you sit on the couch, and at 8 p.m., you turn on Fox. Not because you want to, because you have to. Because tomorrow morning, everyone will be talking about what happened on American Idol. And if you didn't watch, you weren't part of the conversation. You were left out. This wasn't like choosing to watch Netflix when you feel like it. This wasn't scrolling TikTok in bed. This was appointment television. This was a cultural moment that happened live, all at once, for everyone. American Idol wasn't just a show, it was a shared national experience. At its peak in 2006, the season finale pulled in 36 million viewers. 36 million people watching the same thing at the same time. To put that in perspective, the Super Bowl gets around that many viewers. American Idol was getting Super Bowl numbers for a singing competition on a Tuesday. For nearly a decade, American Idol was the most powerful force in entertainment. It launched careers, it minted stars, it made Simon Cowell a household name, it turned ordinary people into overnight sensations. Kelly Clarkson was a waitress, Carrie Underwood was a college student, Daughtry was a service advisor at a car dealership, and then they auditioned for Idol, and their lives changed forever. The show promised something beautiful and uniquely American. You can be discovered. You don't need connections, you don't need money, you don't need to be born in the right place. You just need talent and a dream, and America will vote for you. But somewhere along the way, something shifted. The ratings started to slip. The winners stopped mattering. The judges became more famous than the contestants. And then streaming arrived. YouTube happened, Instagram happened, TikTok happened. And suddenly, you didn't need a TV show to be discovered anymore. You could upload a video from your bedroom and become famous by Thursday. Today, American Idol is still on television. It airs on ABC. They still have auditions. They still crown a winner. But nobody talks about it anymore. It's not part of the culture. It's just another show. This is the story of how American Idol became bigger than television itself, and then watched television become irrelevant. This is the rise, the dominance, and the quiet fade of the show that changed everything. Let's go back to the beginning, the year 2000. Britain. A music executive named Simon Fuller creates a show called Pop Idol. It's simple. People audition, judges critique them, the audience votes by phone. Winner gets a record deal. It's a hit in the UK, an enormous hit. And a television producer named Simon Cowell, one of the judges, sees the potential. This format could work anywhere, especially America. Americans love competition. Americans love voting. Americans love underdogs. This show is perfectly designed for the American psyche. So they bring the format to the United States. They change the name to American Idol. They set up auditions in major cities. They hire 3 judges. Paula Abdul, the pop star, to be the nice one. Randy Jackson, the music producer, to be the industry insider. And Simon Cowell, the British executive, to be the villain, the mean judge, the one who tells people the truth, the one who says what everyone's thinking but nobody wants to say out loud. The chemistry between these 3 is magic. Paula encourages everyone. Randy keeps it real, dog. And Simon destroys people with surgical precision. It's compelling. It's drama. It's perfect television. American Idol premieres on Fox in June 2002, the summer, a dead zone for television. Nobody expects much. It's a reality singing competition. How big could it be? But something unexpected happens. People watch, and then they keep watching, and then they tell their friends. By the time the first season finale airs in September 2002, 23 million people are tuning in to watch Kelly Clarkson beat Justin Guarini. Kelly Clarkson, a 20-year-old from Texas who'd been working as a cocktail waitress. She stands on that stage, confetti falling, crying, holding the trophy, and America falls in love with her. Her single, A Moment Like This, is released immediately. It goes to #1. It sells 236,000 copies in its first week. That's a record for a debut single at the time. Fox executives realize they have lightning in a bottle. This isn't just a summer show anymore. This is a phenomenon. Season 2 premieres in January 2003, and this time they're not messing around. They promote it everywhere. They extend the season, they add more episodes, more auditions, more drama, and the ratings explode. By the time the Season 2 finale airs in May 2003, 30 million people are watching Ruben Studdard beat Clay Aiken and one of the closest votes in the show's history. Both of them have successful careers afterwards, but it's Clay Aiken, the runner-up, who becomes the bigger star. He sells more albums, he appears on magazine covers, and this becomes part of the American Idol story. You don't have to win to succeed, you just have to be memorable. Season 3 brings Fantasia Barrino, Season 4 brings Carrie Underwood, and Carrie Underwood changes everything. She's not just a good singer, she's a superstar. She wins in May 2005 and goes on to become one of the best-selling country artists of all time. 8 Grammy Awards, tens of millions of albums sold. She's the American Idol success story. She's proof that the show works, that it can take a small-town girl from Oklahoma and turn her into a legend. By 2006, American Idol is the most watched show on television, not just among reality shows, among all shows. More people watch Idol than watch Grey's Anatomy, than watch Desperate Housewives, than watch any scripted drama. The Season 5 finale, where Taylor Hicks wins, draws 36 million viewers. The show is so dominant that other networks don't even try to compete. They just accept that Wednesday and Thursday nights belong to Idol. Fox is printing money. Advertisers are paying premium rates. A 30-second commercial during Idol costs more than a Super Bowl ad. The judges become celebrities in their own right. Simon Cowell is making tens of millions per season. Paula Abdul is a pop culture fixture. Randy Jackson's catchphrases, "It's a little pitchy for me, dog," become part of the national vocabulary. And the cultural impact goes beyond ratings. American Idol changes the music industry. Record labels used to spend years developing artists, building them slowly, hoping they'd break through. But Idol creates instant stars with built-in fan bases. The winner of Idol has already been voted for by millions of people. They're pre-tested, pre-marketed. Labels line up to sign Idol contestants, even the ones who don't win. The show becomes a farm system for the music industry. It's more efficient than the old model. It's cheaper, it's faster, and it works. But there's a problem that nobody sees coming. The thing that made American Idol so powerful, the thing that made it unmissable, was scarcity. There were only 2 nights a week that you could watch it. You had to watch it live because the results were revealed in real time. You had to participate because the audience was voting. It was event television. But around 2007, something starts to shift in the broader culture. YouTube launches in 2005. By 2007, it's everywhere. Suddenly, you don't need a TV show to be discovered anymore. You could upload a video from your bedroom and become famous by Thursday. Today, American Idol is still on television. It airs on ABC. They still have auditions. They still crown a winner. But nobody talks about it anymore. It's not part of the culture. It's just another show. This is the story of how American Idol became bigger than television itself, and then watched television become irrelevant. This is the rise, the dominance, and the quiet fade of the show that changed everything. The iPhone launches in 2007. Smartphones become ubiquitous. People stop watching TV on a schedule. They watch clips on their phones. They stream shows whenever they want. The idea of appointment television starts to feel old-fashioned. Why would you organize your life around a TV show when you can watch whatever you want, whenever you want? And then there's the talent competition fatigue. American Idol is so successful that everyone tries to copy it. The Voice launches in 2011. X Factor, also created by Simon Cowell, launches in the US in 2011. America's Got Talent is already on the air. Suddenly, there are singing competitions everywhere. The format isn't special anymore. It's been copied, diluted, replicated until it's exhausted. And American Idol makes mistakes. Big mistakes. After Season 7 in 2008, they start tinkering with the format. They add a 4th judge, Carrie Underwood, to join Randy, Paula, and Simon. It throws off the chemistry. The dynamic that worked so well, the 3 judges bouncing off each other, is disrupted. Fans complain. Then, after Season 8, Paula Abdul leaves. She's been there from the beginning, and now she's gone. They replace her with Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen is funny, Ellen is likable, but Ellen is not a music person. She doesn't have credibility as a judge. It feels like a publicity stunt. The show is losing its identity. And then the biggest blow. After Season 9 in 2010, Simon Cowell leaves. Simon Cowell, the face of the show, the judge everyone loves to hate, the person who made the show must-see TV, is gone. He's leaving to launch X Factor in the US, his own competing show. American Idol without Simon Cowell is like a band without its lead singer. Technically, it still exists, but it's not the same. They replace him with Steven Tyler from Aerosmith and Jennifer Lopez. And honestly, the Steven and J-Lo era is fun. The ratings stabilized for a bit, but it's not the same. The magic is fading. The winners stop becoming stars. After Carrie Underwood in Season 4 and maybe Jordan Sparks in Season 7, how many Idol winners can you name? Who won Season 10? Scotty McCreery. He's had a decent country career, but he's not a household name. Who won Season 11? Philip Phillips. He had one big song, Home. Then what? The show is still crowning winners, but the winners aren't breaking through culturally. And if the winners don't matter, why does the show matter? The whole premise is that Idol launches stars, but it's not doing that anymore. Meanwhile, YouTube is creating stars every single day. Justin Bieber gets discovered on YouTube, Shawn Mendes gets discovered on Vine. Billie Eilish records songs in her bedroom with her brother and becomes the biggest artist in the world. The path to fame has been democratized. You don't need a TV show anymore. You don't need Simon Cowell's approval. You just need your phone and an internet connection. And American Idol, which once felt like the only way to make it, now feels like one option among many, and not even the best option. The ratings decline, slowly at first, then rapidly. Season 13 in 2014 averages around 10 million viewers. That's a 2/3 drop from the peak. Fox sees the writing on the wall. After 15 seasons in 2016, they announced that American Idol is ending. The final season airs with a sense of nostalgia. They bring back past winners. They bring back past judges. It's a victory lap. The series finale in April 2016 is emotional. 30 years of contestants return. Kelly Clarkson performs. Carrie Underwood performs. Even the judges who left, like Simon Cowell, make appearances via video. The final winner, Trent Harmon, is crowned. And American Idol, after 15 years and hundreds of contestants and countless hours of television, comes to an end. Except it doesn't, because in 2018, ABC buys the rights to American Idol and brings it back. New judges: Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie. Ryan Seacrest returns as host, the only constant from the original run. The revival is fine, it's competent, it gets decent ratings by current TV standards, but it's not a cultural event anymore. It's not must-see TV. It's just another show that you might watch if you have nothing else to do. The winners come and go and barely make a ripple. When's the last time you heard an American Idol song on the radio? When's the last time someone mentioned the current season in a conversation? The problem is that the world moved on. In the early 2000s, there were 3 ways to consume content. You watched TV, you listened to the radio, you went to the movies. That was it. American Idol dominated TV, so it dominated culture. But now, in 2025, there are infinite ways to consume content. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Netflix, Disney+, podcasts, Twitch, gaming streams. You can watch anything, anytime, anywhere. And TV, traditional television, is just one small piece of a massive media landscape. American Idol was the biggest fish in a pond, but the pond dried up, and now it's a medium-sized fish in an ocean. What's fascinating is how the show's core promise, anyone can be discovered, is actually more true now than it was in the Idol era. You don't need to wait in line for 10 hours at an audition in some convention center. You don't need to impress Simon Cowell. You don't need to survive Hollywood Week. You can post a video on TikTok at 2 in the morning and become famous. Justin Bieber didn't need American Idol. Lil Nas X didn't need American Idol. The whole mechanism of discovery has been disintermediated. The gatekeepers are gone. For better or worse, talent finds its way now. But here's the thing. Something was lost. American Idol, for all its flaws, was a shared experience. It was something that brought people together. Families watched it together. Coworkers talked about it the next day. It was a campfire that the whole country gathered around. And we don't have that anymore. We don't have many things that everyone watches at the same time. We're all in our own algorithmic bubbles, consuming content tailored specifically to our interests. We've gained infinite choice, but we've lost communal moments. There's also something beautiful about the way Idol worked. It was democratic. It wasn't a record executive in a boardroom deciding who the next star would be. It was millions of people calling in, texting, voting. It was messy. Sometimes the best singer didn't win. Sometimes the most marketable contestant didn't win. Sometimes America got it wrong. But it was America's choice. And there was something powerful about that, about ordinary people having a say in who gets to be a star. The judges were part of the magic too. Simon Cowell, for all his cruelty, was honest. In a reality TV landscape full of fake drama and manufactured storylines, Simon just told the truth. If you were bad, he said you were bad. If you were good, he said you were good. And people respected that. Paula Abdul was the heart. She saw the best in everyone. She encouraged people even when they weren't great. Randy Jackson was the bridge, the music industry insider who kept it real. The 3 of them together created something that can't be replicated. Chemistry like that is rare. And the contestants, the real people with real dreams. Kelly Clarkson crying when she won because it meant she didn't have to go back to waitressing. Carrie Underwood, shy and humble, not sure if she belonged on that stage, transforming into a superstar. William Hung, who couldn't sing but became famous anyway because people loved his confidence and his joy. Clay Aiken, who finished second but won people's hearts. Jennifer Hudson, who was eliminated but went on to win an Oscar. These were real stories, real people whose lives changed because of this show. American Idol also had a dark side. The audition episodes where they mocked people who couldn't sing were cruel. The show exploited people's failures for entertainment. Some contestants left traumatized by the experience. The pressure of instant fame destroyed some people. The music industry chewed up and spit out Idol winners who didn't have the resilience to survive when the fame faded. For every Carrie Underwood, there were 10 contestants who won or placed high and then disappeared, unable to handle the pressure or the rejection when the fame faded. But even acknowledging the flaws, American Idol represented something important. It was proof that in the early 2000s, television could still unite a country. It could still create stars. It could still matter. And then, slowly, television stopped mattering. Not because TV got worse, but because the competition got infinite. Because the internet gave everyone a voice. Because smartphones put a studio in everyone's pocket. The barriers to entry disappeared. And once that happened, a TV show that promised to discover talent felt unnecessary. Why wait to be discovered when you can discover yourself? So where does that leave us? American Idol still airs on ABC. Season 20-something. New contestants, new judges. Ryan Seacrest still saying this is American Idol. But it's not the same. It can't be the same. Because the world it existed in doesn't exist anymore. We don't gather around the TV on Tuesday nights. We don't wait a week to see what happens next. We don't have to. We have infinite content at infinite times. We're never bored. We're never waiting. And in some ways, that's amazing. But in other ways, we've lost something. We've lost the anticipation, the ritual, the shared moment. I still remember the first season. I remember Kelly Clarkson's final performance, singing A Moment Like This. I remember thinking, this is special, this is different, this matters. And for a while, it did. American Idol mattered. It shaped careers. It shaped the music industry. It shaped television. It proved that reality TV could be more than just trashy entertainment. It could be aspirational. It could be meaningful. And then the medium it depended on started to die, and Idol died with it. The irony is that the problem American Idol solved, how do talented people get discovered, is more solved now than ever before. You don't need a TV show. You need a phone and something to say. The democratization that Idol promised, that anyone can make it, is more real now than it was then. But it's less special. When everyone can be discovered, no one is. When everyone has a platform, the platform means nothing. American Idol made stars because there were only a few slots. You had to be one of the 12 finalists. You had to earn your spot. Now there are infinite slots, infinite opportunities. And somehow that makes each one matter less. If you go on YouTube right now and search for American Idol performances, you'll find millions of views on the old clips. Kelly Clarkson's audition, Carrie Underwood's Alone, Adam Lambert's Mad World. People still watch them. People still get chills because those were moments, real moments where something special happened on live television and we all watched it together and we all felt it together. That's what we lost. Not the show itself, but the feeling of experiencing something at the same time as millions of other people. The feeling of being part of something bigger than yourself. American Idol tried to come back, and technically it did. But you can't resurrect a cultural moment. You can't recreate the conditions that made something special. The world moved on. The audience moved on. And American Idol became a relic of a different era. An era when television was the center of culture. When a TV show could make you famous, when 36 million people would all stop what they were doing and watch the same thing at the same time. That era is over, and American Idol, the show that defined it, became its most famous casualty. But maybe that's okay. Maybe things are supposed to end. Maybe holding on too long is worse than letting go at the right time. American Idol had 15 incredible years. It launched careers. It entertained hundreds of millions of people. It gave us moments we'll never forget. Kelly's tears, Carrie's smile, Simon's smirk, Paula's enthusiasm, Randy's dog. That's a legacy. That's real. And the fact that it couldn't survive the death of appointment television doesn't diminish what it was. It just means the world changed, and American Idol was a product of a world that no longer exists. So what can we learn from this? That success is temporary, that dominance doesn't last, that the medium matters as much as the message. American Idol didn't fail because it got bad. It failed because television stopped being the center of culture. And no matter how good you are at something, if the thing itself becomes irrelevant, you go down with it. American Idol was the best show on television, and that stopped mattering when television stopped mattering. I wonder sometimes what it felt like to be a contestant on the last season, to win American Idol in 2024 or 2025 when the show is a shadow of what it was. Is it still exciting? Does it still feel like your life is changing? Or does it feel hollow, like winning a championship in a league that nobody watches anymore? I hope it still feels special. I hope those contestants still get their moment, because everyone deserves their moment, even if the audience is smaller, even if the cultural impact is diminished. A dream is still a dream. American Idol gave millions of people a dream, the dream that they could be discovered, that their talent mattered, that America would choose them. And for a while, that dream felt real, because it was real. Kelly Clarkson proved it, Carrie Underwood proved it, Fantasia proved it. And even though the show isn't what it used to be, even though the cultural moment has passed, those dreams still happened. Those lives still changed. That's real. That's permanent. And no amount of declining ratings can take that away. The show that was bigger than television is now just another show on television. The journey from 36 million viewers to 3 million viewers is humbling. It's a reminder that nothing lasts forever, not even the things that feel inevitable, not even the things that feel too big to fail. American Idol felt invincible in 2006. It felt like it would dominate forever. And then, in what felt like a blink, it was over. Not because it failed, but because the world moved on. And that's the cruelest kind of ending. Not a dramatic collapse, just a slow, quiet fade into irrelevance. The lights dimming, the audience leaving, the stage going dark. Not with a bang, but with a whisper. But you know what? For those of us who were there, who watched it every Tuesday and Thursday, who voted on our flip phones, who argued with our friends about who should win, we'll always have those memories. We'll always remember what it felt like when American Idol was the center of the universe, when a singing competition mattered more than almost anything else on TV, when we believed that talent and hard work and the American dream were enough. We'll remember, and maybe that's enough. Maybe the fact that it existed at all, that it gave us those moments is what matters. Not how it ended, but what it was. American Idol was everything. And then television died, and it became just another show on television. And maybe that's not a tragedy. Maybe that's just life. Things rise, things fall, and all we can do is appreciate them while they're here.